welcome to my channel. I'm Una. I do project planning and other related content, and today I thought I'd give a little update on a video I made in September called, it was like 8, I think it was 9 items I want to finish before the end of the year, and 10 I want to hit pan on. So I thought I'd update you on how those items are going. I don't think there's spoilers for anything. I think pretty much everything that's in here I've already updated on, either on YouTube or on Instagram. So yeah, don't worry about that. My cheeks look very pink, but it's winter. We had a lot of snow last night and it's like really looks like winter now. So very excited. All right, I'm just gonna go down the list. First off, my Glossier Boy Brow. This is finished. Yeah, this took, let me actually share, this will be fun. This took 102 uses to finish. I actually got this for Christmas, I think 2 years ago from my aunt. So thank you. This was actually really nice. I would be interested in getting another brow gel like this, but right now I'm using like a brow soap, which is like less packaging for more product. So I do like that aspect of it. But if that ever stops kind of working for me, or I really want this, I probably wouldn't buy this exact same one without trying some drugstore similar products. But yeah, this is great, and it's empty. Next in my list was my lip gloss, Fenty lip gloss in the shade Fussy. This is also empty. I think this took 300 uses? 315 uses. You can see there is a little bit of product at the top and the bottom, but I got out pretty much everything I could. I even laid it outside for a while to see if any more would kind of drip into the space the wand can get to. I didn't really want to take the stopper out. I know sometimes they break in the Fenty packaging and it just sounds really messy, so yeah. But I did use up tons and tons and tons of it, and yeah, 300 uses, so that is empty and very satisfying. Next is my brow pencil. This was in my, what was it in? It was in my graveyard project pan. I think it was in my deck of painting for a while. This is completely empty. I think as you can tell, I did use this as a lip pencil a lot, which I actually really enjoyed. And I used it 210 times total to finish it that I tracked. So very exciting. This definitely wasn't the right color for me, which is why I enjoyed it a lot as a lip pencil rather than a brow pencil. My brows are pretty dark and quite cool toned actually. This was auburn, so glad to see that empty. Next was my eyeliner, Easy Liner from Georgiana. This was also my rolling project pan. This is completely empty. I'm so happy about it. When I rolled this into my project at the beginning of the year, I thought there was no way I would finish this. It seemed like so much product, but I did. I used this 206 times. I got really into the habit of using it towards the end, and like what kind of brush I could use to wing it out and make it look really good. But yeah, I'm glad to see this done. Since I finished it, I haven't been wearing black eyeliner that much, because it's kind of an additional step that I don't feel like I need. So it's nice to be getting through the eyeliners I have, and move towards maybe not having any or just having one in the future. Next is the Champagne Shimmer from this palette. It was this one right here. The color was actually, yeah, called Champagne. It's not just a descriptor. This is from my True Naked Nudes palette from CoverGirl. This is one of my oldest palettes. And I panned a lot of it in 2020 and then kind of didn't do anything in 2021. So finishing up one more shadow from it was really nice. I only have 3 shadows left. I did repan those into 26mm pans and put them in my, like that one. This is not one of them, it's just another shadow. And I put them in my singles palette, so now I can kind of play with them more and they're not in this half-empty packaging. But yeah, that took, I have 140 uses on here. A lot of that is estimated because I wasn't really tracking uses in 2020 when I used most of this, but that's what I have. It was, yeah, it was good. I used it as an eyeshadow and a highlighter, but yeah, very pleased with that one. All right, next is my Marc Jacobs Dewdrops in the shade Fantasy, I believe. I have not quite finished this. I'm up to like 88 uses. How many uses? I'm up to 88 uses, which is really impressive because I think I got to like 60 in Graveyard Project Pan and something else, or maybe it was like 70 with the uses I'd already had. I thought that I was super close to being done, but yeah, it's taken a long time. The others, I finished another one of these earlier this year, and that took like 90 something uses, so I guess I should have known, but I thought I was getting through it faster, but apparently not. This is very close to being done though. It's like starting to sputter a little bit, so yeah, not very many uses left. So I think this is on track to be done by the end of the year, but not quite done yet. Similarly for the next product, which was my lip gloss, it was like a lip oil, Ulta lip oil. I left this at my boyfriend's apartment we do not see each other very often, unfortunately. So hopefully I will be able to get that back at Thanksgiving, but I just have the tiniest bit left. So I should be able to finish it by the end of the year, as long as he remembers to bring it with him when we go see each other for Thanksgiving. Next is my CoverGirl foundation. This was an empty a couple months ago, although now I'm seeing there's like a tiny bit of product collecting here, so maybe I'll try and get one last use out of it. But this is empty. I'm really happy with this. It did take me most of the year, but that's fine. I enjoyed it for the most part, and I'm interested in getting another similar foundation. Not this exact one. I didn't love it. It looked a little bit powdery. But yeah, this is good. I used it up and it took 189 uses, so not too bad. Next was my Mineral Veil powder. I actually reused the packaging to store some pills recently to get my friend some pain medication because it's like just like a nice tiny little container, so I don't have it with me. But that I finished in like 34 uses. It was super easy and had been hanging around for so long. I don't know why I never just like used it before now, but I did. It's empty and I'm very pleased with that. And finally, this was the one I wasn't even sure if I should include, but this is the Clinique lipstick in Bamboo Pink, and I did finish it. I was so unsure that I would be able to finish this, but I did. I didn't dig everything out. I don't really love this lip color enough to do that, but yeah, I use this a lot. 229 times to be exact, at least that I tracked. I did use it a significant amount before that. I don't know how my estimations compared to the real thing, obviously, but yeah, I'm really happy about using up this lipstick. I'm already getting very excited to use up more lipsticks next year. Hopefully they will go as successfully as this one did, but yeah, I finished it just a couple days after the Graveyard finale, which this was in. Yeah, and I'm so pleased. So that was all the items I wanted to use up, so I only have 2 that I haven't used up. Another item that I'm trying to use up by the end of the year, but I don't know that I will, is this, which is my eye primer from Maybelline, which I had on an earlier list of things I wanted to use up, but when I was making the video for by the end of the year, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna use this up, but I don't know, I'm still trying, so that hopefully I will finish this. In terms of eyeshadows I wanted to hit pan on, I had 10 items. So let's start with this e.l.f. Illuminating palette. There were 2 pans in this already, and I wanted to hit the other 2. I have hit one of those 2, which was in my rolling project pan, and now I'm working on this, which is the orange, which is also in my rolling project pan. Sorry about the light. The sun decided to come out, even though it's like snowing. But yeah, I wasn't sure. I kind of thought this would be really unlikely, but I am getting a dip in it now. I have been using it pretty consistently, so I might be able to hit this last pan before the end of the year. We will see. Yeah, there definitely is a dip, and I've managed to hit pan on all of the other 3 this year, so that's really exciting. The next shadow was from my Tartelette Flirt palette, and that was the shade Passion right here, which you can see I did manage to hit pan on. I actually hit pan on this so long ago. I was working on it at the time, which I think is why I got on this list. Yeah, and I just pushed through and hit it, and I've expanded it and used it a couple times since then. Now I'm kind of focusing my sights on Snuggle, although I don't think I'll use it up this year. I just use it whenever I need a dark brown. This is the one I reached for. And then maybe I will try and reevaluate. I've been trying to push myself to Franken things more and just like make things work, because I really don't like this shade Touch, so hopefully I can find something to do with it, and we'll talk about more Frankening in just a little bit. But yeah, this pan I did manage to hit. Next are a bunch of shades from my BH Cosmetics Carly Bible palette. So I had 7 shades in here that I had not yet hit pan on, and I'm happy to say I did hit pan on all of them. This is what it's looking like right now. I did not finish these shades, but they all did have pan. These 3 I was working on, and I did hit pan on them. You can see the pictures on Instagram. I also hit pan on this one and this one, I believe. These 2 also needed pans. Probably some more. Oh yeah, and this one, and this one. A lot of them. Basically this whole top row except for the second one, and then, yeah. Anyway, these 4, actually just today, I didn't really like any of these particularly. This one was fine. This was like a mid-toned peach matte, but I just have a lot of them. These 2 were kind of duochrome-y, peachy, pinky shimmers. I feel like I find it hard to wear peach on my eyes. It can make me look a little sickly. So these I was not loving. This one I was not loving either. I wore it as kind of an inner corner highlight. It was like a lighter peach shimmer, and I always just like covered it up with something else. So I did Franken them all into this like shimmery blush, which I put in my old powder packaging. Hopefully I will like this more than I like these shadows. If I still don't like it, I might fiddle with adding more things to it. But yeah, right now it's just these 4 shadows, and hopefully I can like use this up or get close to it next year, and then get a lot of these shadows out of my collection. But yeah, this so far has been a success. I did hit pan on all of the shades in this palette except for the highlighters at the bottom I did not really pay attention to. But yeah, 15 eyeshadows. I only started with 2 pans in this palette and now I have 15, so I'm really thrilled about that. Question. I feel like generally when I repress a shadow, I don't want to get rid of the pan in my collection because I did hit that pan. I like used up the product to hit that pan. But sometimes like if I repanned my whole NYX Ultimate Brights palette and I did take that pan out of my collection because like I'm not going to hit pan on it again anytime soon. So I was wondering if you think I should count these as like I should just like make a new entry for this blush in my collection and count it as not having pan and like get rid of these, or if I should just keep them in my spreadsheet like with pans and have that continue to contribute to my pan percentage, or what. And I'm thinking of repanning a lot of these shades and it's like, should I keep them as having pan even if they no longer have pan? I don't know. If you have thoughts, let me know what I should do. I feel like generally for short-term things like eyeshadows, I know there's not actually a lot of product. I know I'm probably gonna hit pan again soon, that kind of thing. I keep the pan in my spreadsheet, but for eyeshadows that I'm like legitimately not sure if I will use a lot after I like repan them or anything, or at least hit pan on, I feel like maybe I should take the pan out. So like for this dark purple, maybe if I repanned it, I don't know that I'd like hit pan on that again very soon. So I don't know. Anyway, let me know if you have thoughts. That's just a random side tangent. Also, I did like pry this palette off the packaging, which is why it's making noise. Alright, so that was 7 eyeshadows that I managed to hit pan on. I'm very, very pleased about that. A couple last ones. One was this pink shade, which is from a Depotted LA Colors palette that I got at a dollar store. I have hit pan on this. This was my rolling project, although I think I forgot to actually put this in my update because it happened the day after the update, and so I posted it on Instagram, but I totally forgot to put it in the video. But yeah, this has pan. I'm now working on this in my deck of panning to get some extra uses. I actually really love this as a blush, especially in winter, so this has been lovely. I haven't expanded the pan a whole lot, but there has been a lot of crumbling at the top that I have used up, so I've used a decent amount of the shadow, just not around the pan. But yeah, I really hope to use this up pretty soon. The last 2 are both from Looksy. One is the shade Bougie, which is like a gorgeous kind of nudie, yellowy kind of tone. You can see that pan in the middle there. This did not take me super long. I hit this pretty soon after the video. And the next is Mila. This was in my Graveyard Project pan, kind of like an outer cornery purpley brown shade. And so I'm really happy with the both of those. I've actually managed to hit pan in another Looksy shade, which is Taupe 101 in my Pan This Eyeshadows. Spoiler, but I had a huge dip. And yeah, I've actually managed to hit pan on a lot of eyeshadows. I've hit pan on 5 eyeshadows this month. I think 5 last month. Yeah, 5 last month, 5 this month. I definitely could have set my sights a little bit higher for by the end of the year because I think I will be able to hit pan on some more, even more, which is very, very exciting. So far I've hit pan on 36 eyeshadows this year, which is kind of wild to me. So to recap, I made a little graph. Okay, wait. I'll put a picture maybe. It's a little pie chart. So of the items that were in my like one last push to finish things by the end of the year, 52% of them my goal was to hit pan and I hit pan. So that is 12 items. 34.8% my goal was to finish and I finished them. So that's 8 items. And then 2 of them my goal was to finish and I have not finished them, which is 8.7%. And 1 my goal was to hit pan and I have not hit pan, 4%. So I've done really, really well on these. I have not decluttered any of them. I've just been working away and I think I'm hopefully gonna get 100% there for the end of the year. So that would be 9 items finished, 10 with pan, and that would be so exciting. So yeah, I hope this was interesting. I hope this isn't too close to the end. Maybe I should have thought ahead and updated it more in the middle, but we're about 2/3 of the way through the time. But anyway, I hope that was interesting. I've had a lot of fun with this and I'm just really enjoying pushing my boundaries. Not like pushing my limits, not my boundaries. Yeah, pushing my limits and panning this year and like really appreciating how much I can use up and just like getting lots of use out of things and really enjoying them while I'm doing it. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!